So hello and welcome to Civilization 5 and the Vox Populi Mod. For those of you who watched earlier, I played as Spain and it crashed again. It wasn't the first time, and I decided just to go back to a different version of the mod. This is 3.7.11, and this is going back quite a way as it goes, but everything from 3.9 onwards has been bugged or has had problems, and I'm sort of fed up with all the crashes I get. So until they sort it out, I decided to go back to the 3.7 version. This is 11 because I had it downloaded already. There was another one afterwards, 12. But this one actually worked for me, so I hope it's going to be okay. And I decided to play as Austria. Somebody was asking for it quite a while ago. And I didn't have the nerve to play it, so now we're going to have a go. It's also the last time you'll be able to see it as it is. So Austria has been nerfed quite a bit since then. It's the last time we actually get an extra world conquest delegate from having a marriage. It is probably OP, so it's actually okay to be nerfed a bit. We've got the usual settings. I don't want to waste too much time because, as I said, I already wasted like 4 episodes on nothing. So I only did that, I don't know, about 20 minutes ago, the changes, and I rolled the starting location. It looks sort of reasonable. I hope it's okay. I'll show you in a second. Let's just have a look here. It's plus 50% rewards from city-state quests, may arrange marriages with allied city-states using gold. I think you have to be allied to them for a certain amount of turns or something. And then while at peace with the city-state marriage, increase the resting influence by 200. That's amazing. Grants 1 extra world conquest delegate, which is OP, and this has been cut out since. And boosts great people generation in the capital by 15%. And that's sort of yeah, it's also quite a bit, isn't it? Then we get the Hussar replacement cuirassier. We're gonna look at his promotions when we get to him. And here is a replacement cruiser. So both these things are reasonably late in the game. And that's also the thing with Austria. You really have to take advantage of the city-state stuff because they are super weak. If we got like, I don't know, if we got Boudica or Greece or Persia as a neighbor early, we're gonna be banging trouble. Same for Mongolia, the Aztecs, Songhai, anyhow, the Zulus. I mean, did I just mention one of them twice? I might have done. It's late. It's almost 9 o'clock. I just want to do a quick episode. We might get to the pantheon and then I can ask you the usual question. So I wrote the starting location. I think it was the second or third one. Quite like the idea of gold because we're going to need a lot of it if we want to get those marriages. We found an atoll, which is pretty nice. We got the marble. I'm not sure if we can actually get any wonders. And so let's just settle on spot, I think. Yeah, there's no point in moving across the river and losing. So we're gonna have to work this tile, and there aren't actually many good ones here, so we're gonna have to get this one then. The 4 food will make up for the lack of food here. And then yeah, we really have to get going. I'm even wondering the religion might or might not be crucial. So let's start with the shrine and see how we go. We might get a goodie hut, some ruins with some production money, so we can rush that. So the thing with Austria is you have to get those city-states on site, and with that you need several things. You either get a lot of cities so that you can sort of generate a whole lot of money or faith, and there's this thing where you can, I think it's one of the vulnerabilities, where your missionaries when you spread to city-states, you get influence with them. So that's a pretty good way of maintaining the city-states or getting them in the first place. Once we're sort of allied to them and get the marriages, things should get a little bit easier. Another thing is to get a whole lot of gold, because you just don't want to build all the envoys and emissaries and things like that. So either you get a lot of cities and you can sort of dedicate 1 or 2 cities to building them, or if you don't have a lot of cities, you need a lot of money and a lot of output. So it's a question of going progress or tradition. There's a rune already. And then, of course, we got this coffee house and that all the marriages and stuff that boost the great people generation, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go tradition first. If you got lots of cities, you can spread out your guilds and things. So, but that will all be determined by the map, I guess. Oh, that is already, look at this. Okay, if you're sort of playing tradition and you want to work lots of tiles, this is total crap here. Okay, I didn't look as far as that when I started the game. So we got gold. Let's get mining first. And then we're gonna go pottery so we can get settlers out. And let's just throw in hope and pray we don't get any idiots next to us. Oh, that is actually good. Fountain of Youth. And what we get? We get 50 gold. That might have been more. This one might be super useful because more likely than not we're gonna have to defend ourselves at some stage. Aces. Okay, there's another rune. But I don't like all this desert. Oh, it might actually protect us. Oh, fuck. Yeah, super pleased to meet you, Kashimir. Super pleased to meet you. We're gonna beat him to that fucking ruin, though. That's maybe the one and only excitement we get out of this here. This guy can be super annoying neighbor. Sometimes he's sort of friendly, but because he gets the extra social policies, he sort of usually develops pretty rapidly. So, oh, how do we do this? Does he come from down there? If he goes up, we go left. Okay, we get that. And this is also the version where your warriors can still get ancient ruins, as you saw up there. And we've got a camp for our troubles, and oh, our gold. For the monopoly we need to get 5 out of 8, and I'm not liking the fact that 2 of those are across the desert here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. And so don't like moving through the rough terrain with this guy, but I'm gonna have to. I might have to take a hit here. Give me some XP. Oh, and I can't get any further. Oh, it doesn't look like we've got a lot of land here. Okay, so 1 hit is okay. It doesn't even bother. Okay, let's get the promotion. We need another 20 now before we get the desert promotion. That's what, in fact. Shit. That's not his turn. Do we go back here or do we go? Let's just go one more time, and there is more land. But... oh, cracky me. I mean, opponent is somewhere down here, and he's gonna have a warrior as well, exploring. Running through the desert without promotion is not very efficient. And this guy shouldn't be here. 2, 4, 6 gold, that would be enough. So, okay, let's go over that side already. And he can just turn around there. Not loving it at all. And 80, we could do pay for the monument, that'll get us going a little bit quicker. Okay, let's take advantage of our jungle movement. No good. What we're also hoping for is quite a few city-states nearby. If we could have like 2 or 3, that would be ideal. So we got those 2, and they're both cultured. I like that. I don't like Sweden anywhere near me. I played on Sunday evening on that doomed 3.10.4 or whatever it was, and with Sweden next to me, that totally wrecked me. Oh, what? Does it take? I got out of that. How did I not get that? You're running through the desert without that. Promotion is stupid. Let's go down and see if we can find some more jungle. Or forest or something. Oh, more desert. It's Milae's map, so whatever goes wrong, I might have done that as well. We're gonna blame it on him. Let's start on a worker. Shit, it started really slow. I forgot about the atoll when I was chatting. I should really shut up and just play better. What we need about... Oh no, it's actually gone there now. Because we paid for the monument. We knew what we were doing all along. Trust me. Okay, 10 turns for the worker. We can get those mines done. There's some forest at least. Let's have a look up here. Oh, good. Another cultured one. That is actually okay. Bucharest. Cool. Only thing is not a lot of space. So do we go tradition then? I've got a few turns to decide. I'm not gonna go up there, am I? Yep. And another wonder, which is not a quest yet. By the way, that's another thing in those latest versions of the mod. I think it's just plain stupid. When I played earlier, I had 5 different quests for luxuries, 3 for buildings, and almost a dozen camps. I mean, imagine you playing as Austria or Siam or Germany or wherever, and just milking those city-state quests like crazy. Okay, we got trapping for free. We got so much desert up there. Are we actually settled? We can't get Petra. Last time I built Petra, I lost the game as well because it just took too long, probably. What we could do next is see if we got some horses and cattle and things. Don't think we have to rush that stuff here. Let's get that. Petra. There goes our culture victory. The next is the desert promotion now, Florence. But let's keep going here and get through here. Maybe then back through the desert or something. I want to get that next promotion and start hopping islands if I can. Let's take the hill and go back up. And sort of busily building a worker. I haven't even got tile I can improve yet. Get some farms here. I had that idiot. And now we're in the desert again. Need another 17 XP though. Poland is here. Sweden, we don't know. Oh, this doesn't look like. Can we have a city here somewhere? I'm gonna have to forward settle Poland just a little bit. If we gotta defend ourselves, we gotta choose the best slots, and one of them's got to be here somewhere. And then we need to grab those 2 gold. And then we're gonna have to have the slinger. 2, 4. We need at least 1 more gold for the monopoly. It's the golden age thing. It's usually not the best, but it might be relevant for us. There's not a lot of production here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there seems to be islands and things. I don't know, maybe 5, 6 cities might be enough. If Sweden are somewhere over here, then I'm definitely not gonna cross over to those 2 gold. Whatever. City somewhere here. This could also be dangerous because we can't retreat from it. Could settle on that side. There would be 2 atolls here. Reasonably safe from the sea, and we could have a citadel somewhere here. Maybe even here, and then anybody crossing the river would take 30 damage. So it would have to be here, and maybe here I'd stay away from the coast. Maybe one of those 2. Maybe this one, so we can... Oh, we got some overlap. We need to have some food for that city, so we should be maybe here. So we can have some farms or whatever here. And then we'd have another city. Oh, I don't know. Getting both gold in. Oh, there's 2 lake tiles, so we could do something here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah. So I think it's gonna be tradition. Plus 3% growth, plus 1 science and a capital. We need science. We actually need science. Okay, let's get going, and then we're in 20 minutes. We're just gonna play until we get to the pantheon, and then you guys can tell me. Another wonder. Okay, that is... Huh. There's a city-state here. Or maybe this is safe after all. gonna stop that worker. Until we get those tiles. Let's start on the settler. Two turns. It should grab one of those mines. I'm not gonna pay for the tile. I might have actually finished the worker because I need two turns to get here. Okay, fair enough. It's gone. Turn 25 they went. And husbandry. So let's have a look. What? So many horses? 4, 6, 9? Okay. Let's go over, protect this guy. More horses here, and well, this might be okay over here. I thought Sweden would be much closer, but still it's pretty open, even though if sort of desert seems to protect us. But take like Sweden for example, they what do you call them? The siege weapons, they got extra movement. Let's go for trade. I'm trying to send a caravan to Poland quite early. In fact, I should have used this guy to discover the city itself. Bollocks, I'm making mistakes here. Making mistakes. Doesn't matter. Let's just carry on exploring, and then eventually we're gonna get writing in the embassy. Until then, maybe we don't need to know where they are. Okay, get the gold. Also quite like the culture from that. Stonehenge also early. Pantheon. Oh, what? Brazil. Bit of the expanse, okay. Sweden must be here. Incense must be their luxury. Pretty sure. Or is it Brazil here? Where did he come from? Here we are already, and still we haven't discovered anybody. There's Sweden here. See the border? Yellow line. So Sweden most likely gonna grab that wonder. Then Poland's gonna grab this one here. And we've got that one. And so we can choose our pantheon. Let's oh yeah, until I finished talking, it's gonna be like half an hour. So just before we go into that, let's just have a look at the terrain here, because that might be relevant. So there's one that gives us something for mines on resources. So we only got the gold here, we don't know about iron yet. Then there's the God of the Open Sky, where we get something from pastures. And from every 2 plains or grassland tiles we work. And then there's also one with the mountains and the natural wonder. capital would only have one mountain. And that city in here somewhere would have a lot. Probably about 6 or something like that. Oh, we got sheep on that town. I was thinking of settling here. So if we went here, that would have sort of 8 mountains that count. And then other than that, so let's start looking through them here. I'm not gonna read them all out. Ancestor worship makes the councils pretty good. I quite like that in a way. And faith for every 4 citizens. And we do want to grow quite tall playing tradition. This is the Earth Mother, just faith and culture for mines and faith and production for monuments. It's not bad. And I'd quite like to get culture and or science. God of all creation. So, God of commerce is probably a progress thing. We don't know about quarries yet. That is the open sky I mentioned. Sea is not relevant. That one isn't. Free faith and 2 gold from granaries. Free food from farms and resources. And that would be all those things and that. God King. So the only thing, not the only thing, what we have to think about is getting a religion sort of reasonably early, because there is that founder belief that I mentioned where we get influence from our missionaries. Got us a festival that's luxuries, of which we got 3 here. I can see. Goddess of nature, that is the one with the mountains, and then we've got that natural wonder. Goddess of protection, it's something that would sort of benefit us long term, but I don't really want to build walls right early on. So you have to get construction first, which is not a priority as it looks at the moment, and then you have to build walls, and then you sort of start benefiting from it. Purity, we don't have lakes much. Renewal is not our thing. Springtime is not at all. I don't think we're gonna have any plantations here. Goddess of the home is the food thing. And food and faith from shrines, 8 food and faith from buildings. 25% faster growth rate. Could be a thing, but it's sort of a long-term thing. And so we're nearing the end already. Camps we don't know about yet. Goddess of wisdom. I took that in one of my games recently and it was not bad. It was not bad at all. Sort of thinking that we're always lacking in science. When you're playing with Deity, you're always falling behind. And sometimes you just fall too far behind. Spirit of the desert, and then the tutelary gods, which we used in a spec. By the way, there is... Oh no, there is this thing, I sort of skipped over it. Goddess of beauty, which is sort of the archetypal tradition pantheon you can go for. 2 faith from palace and wonders, and 1 faith from great works, and then this is the good stuff, the 2 great artists and great engineer points in the capital. So you get a reasonable early artist, and then also a great engineer. You can pop them on a mine or even on a hill. I mean, you could put them on the horses. That's sort of very efficient use of that. So let me know in comments, and thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye.